Hello everyone, it's Allie from Titan and welcome back to our channel. I'm here with a quite large second personal break this afternoon for Audrey S from New York. We do have 2 draft booster boxes and 1 bundle of the brand new Magic Gathering release Modern Horizons 2. So thank you so much Audrey for letting me open up all these products for you today, and I hope to find you some awesome cards to add to your collection. Now as of current times, bundle boxes do still have draft boosters. I know Mark Rosewater on Tumblr has been saying they're considering switching the bundles to set boosters and was looking for feedback, so that might be a change in the future. But right now, it does have draft boosters, so we can actually do our recap at the end of all 3 products. So I'm thinking we'll go ahead and start off with that bundle, go through those 10 packs, check out that promo Alt-Art UDREY, and of course the awesome spin down, and then go ahead and get on into our 2 draft booster boxes. So that's what I'm going to do. Set these behind me on the shelf right there, and we'll go ahead and get on into that bundle. Now, earlier today, if you missed it, we did actually have a very stellar preview bundle that I opened up. Go ahead and link that right up there. Hopefully, Audrey's bundle is just as awesome, because that one, like I said, was stellar. So let's go ahead. I'm excited to see what we'll find, but snapping us into the corner, and let's check it on out. Niv is looking a little awkward here. Niv, where's your eyeball? There's Niv. Oh, look, Niv's so happy to eat Modern Horizons. But all right, let's open this on up and see what we find for Audrey. I know Audrey's pretty excited about Modern Horizons 2. Of course, we are opening up these products here on official release date. I did actually have a set booster box last week for pre-release weekend that we took a peek at. Now, speaking of taking a peek at things, we did look at this little inner poster and read off this little letter in that preview video. So if you want to check that out, make sure you go click on that link up there. It should still be lurking in the top right-hand corner. I like this little poster, Squirrels in the Multiverse. Let me move these out of the way. Set them right up there for now. That works. You have, of course, the little block here with the Planeswalker logo. That just uses a filler piece. And I really love the boxes this time around. Love the color schemes here on these boxes. And the spin down is very gorgeous. On the back of the box, it looks like the spin down's supposed to be like a pinkish purple. This one is a lot more purpley than the preview box that we opened up. So it does make sense to show the purple. The other one that we saw earlier today was more so blue, but this is still absolutely gorgeous. Love the gold numbers and love the swirl in the colors. But all right, so you do have your pack of foil lands with that UDREY Alt-Art promo. Of course, does the same as the regular art. Then you have your pack of non-foil lands. Don't need to check that out. We looked at the promo. We did, of course, open up those packs earlier today. And all right, 10 draft boosters per bundle. I'm excited. Let's find some awesome cards here for Audrey. Let's start with our 20 on our spin down. We got time. All right, here we go. Pack number 1 of our bundle. And like I said, we'll do a recap at the end of draft booster box number 2, since they're all draft boosters. But might just do a micro recap here of the bundle, just so we remember what came out of it in particular. We do have Archon of Cruelty already starting off the Mythic. Love to see Mythics out of bundles, especially. Always feels good to pull a Mythic out of a bundle. We actually had a couple in that box earlier today. Can also find retro frame cards and draft boosters, showcase frames and draft boosters. Can't find etched, but you can find everything else. Jade Avenger and Kitchen Imp showcases. Mind Collapse retro frame. Combined Chrysalis, Brea's Apprentice, and we do have Showcase Foil General Ferris Rokirik. There's a rare, and a Thopter token. There's B-Boy. If you missed the directly prior video to this one, you missed the Chronicles of B-Boy and Water Girl, which is also the title of the video. But we have another Mythic here, Imperial Recruiter. That's a nice reprint. Verdant Command. Foil Slagwood's Bridge. It's our first foil of the box that's not that showcase rare. First regular foil. So man, couple packs in. 2 Mythics and a foil showcase rare. Unfortunately, the Showcase Rare foil is not an Urza Saga, but still. Showcase foil rare. Douthie Voidwalker is a very nice rare as well in this product. Nettlecyst. Bone Shards, retro frame. We have a foil coming up, Brea's Apprentice, Mystic Redaction. Our second Brea's Apprentice. It is. Interesting. Our bundle that we opened up earlier also had a duplicate rare. Those were Chitter Spitters. 2 Chitter Spitters. This time 2 Brea's Apprentice. Blacksmith Skill. Chainer, Nightmare Adapt, and Dermotaxi. Sivulin of Sea and Sky. Another nice mythic. 3rd mythic of this bundle. Really enjoying these bundles. Really enjoying it. This is only the 2nd one I've opened. Both of them, I've loved them very much so. Ornithopter Paradise. Shardless Agent. Chef's Kiss. And the last pack of the bundle. Blacksmith Skill, Floodhound Sketch, Showcase, Chatterstorm, Squirrel Sovereign, Rashadon Dockhand, and Nested Shambler, Common Foil. So that does it here for our bundle for Audrey. Now, unfortunately, no fetch lands like we found in our other bundle today, but we did find 3 mythics, Archon of Cruelty, Imperial Recruiter, and Sivulin of Sea and Sky. So that's very nice. 3 mythics in a bundle. I think we're doing really well. Let's tidy up our piles, and then we'll get on into our 2 draft booster boxes. All right, draft booster box number 1. Let's go. The old hefty boxes. All right, let's see what we find here. And as needed, I'll move our piles out of the way. I'm sure the commons and uncommons will get quite tall. Just set them behind me on the shelf as we go. World Weary Showcase. Violent Tumor. Urza Saga, that's a nice rare. Kicking it off with an Urza Saga. Suspend. Mind Collapse Retro. Zabaz the Glimmer Wasp and Drossforge Bridge foil. World Weary again. Squirrel Mob and Brea's Apprentice. Spreading Insurrection. Seems like Modern Horizons 2 really wants you to play Brea's Apprentice, Audrey. You do now have almost a play set, 3 copies. Squirrel Mob and U3 regular art. Since we have the promo right here, let's go ahead and take a look at them both side by side. Of course, the promo does come in foil. In only foil. Harmonic Prodigy. Phantasmal Dreadmaw Showcase. Wonder, Verdant Commands, and Revolutionist Foil. Cauldron Complete is our first mythic of the booster box. Nested Shambler, Step Through, Ravenous Squirrel Showcase, Fractured Sanity, and a treasure token. Definitely getting into a rainy season here in Florida. Past 2 nights, it has been absolutely pouring here at the shop. Hey, we do have a Borderless Imperial Recruiter. That's really cool looking. Might be the first time I've seen this card. A passionate recruiter will win a war before the first arrow flies. I like it. Love flavor text. Nykthos Paragon. But yeah, I had finished up a little bit earlier than I anticipated on Wednesday night. Boss Man actually headed out, didn't get everything priced, so I'd finished the majority of the autographs, and then I actually talked to Boss Man yesterday, said that he'll just trust me on the rest of the prices, so I could have actually just done it myself, but I made an episode of NivTube while I waited for it to stop monsooning outside. If you're not familiar with NivTube, this is Niv. The channel is NivTube. It's not youtube.com/NivTube yet because I don't have 100 subs yet, but it's like a passion product, aka the channel is not very high quality, but I have fun with it. So I put together a little NivTube episode because I was like, I am not walking outside in this. It was horrendous. And it's been doing that past few days, so if you're coming to Florida, plan afternoon showers. Just be like, do your stuff in the morning, because the afternoon, most of the time, just going to be monsoon. So I'm hearing some odd noises, so I think it's actually raining again. So if uploads are a bit delayed, I mean, the uploads are going to be scattered throughout the day today anyways, just because the video files are going to be so large, because the videos are actually going to be so long. It could just been, it didn't have internet for a little bit. So don't be too surprised if you have really late uploads today. I think it'll all be good by the afternoon since I started so early. We have Mirari's Wake and another Usury. It's our second Usury of the box. Anyway, that's just my message there. Also, I used to record in MP4, and then the computer froze up and I lost the whole file. I was in like the last minute of an alley chat for my personal channel, and I lost everything, and I was like, I don't want to do it again. That was heartbreaking. But I found out if I record, Streamlabs can record in an FLV file. So if we lose power or the computer strokes out or something, it'll just go up to whatever we lost. So if anything happens, if there's any weird cuts, it's because the power went out. So getting into summer weather here in Florida, that's a concern I actually have to keep in mind now. Hopefully we don't have any interference with any of our Saturday night live streams. That's always annoying when there's like lag or other issues. Would hate to disconnect during a stream. Because then, of course, you never know what's going to come back. Look, we have another Borderless card. We have another Borderless card. That is most likely either Grieve or Cabal Coffers, because I see black. It's not. It's Scion of Draco. Cool. Allie small-brained it. I small-brained it, but that's okay. It's another Borderless mythic. I forgot it existed, to be honest. I like it. That card looks so cool. It's just I saw the darkness. I'm like, ooh. Grief. We've been hunting Grief all day. I just really like the art on Cabal Coffer, so I was like, ooh. Nope, Scion of Draco. Still really cool looking. Artifact Dragon looks dope. We got more Borderless! This is the Borderless party. The proof magic knows no borders. Proof. Something like that. We have Chatterfang, Squirrel General. Look at all them squirrels. I like it. We got 3 Borderless Mythics and 1 Draft Booster. We haven't seen any fetch lands yet, but did pack 1 in Urza's Saga. Got some really cool Borderless looking cards. Kitchen Imp. Showcase. Curse Totem and Nettle Cyst. Rakdos Headliner Showcase. This is actually a couple dollars uncommon. Not going to pull it out, but just mentioning it. Nevinyrral's Disc and Douthie Voidwalker. Also a nice rare. Dragon's Rage Channeler foils, I think, are about $12. So that'd be a nice foil pull here. Blacksmith Skill. Goblin Bombardment and Void Mirror. Step Through. Road to Ruin. Hey, Monkey! We have Monkey. This is our first regular Monkey of the day. We did find a Borderless in our case of collector boosters. Not sure on the price of the regular Monkey. I know regular Borderless Monkeys are about $65, $70. So if I had to guess, at least 50, right? On the Ragavan. That is nice. Ragavan Nimble Pilfer. We've been getting some really sweet mythics here for Audrey. Like I said, haven't found any fetches, but we have Borderless Imperial Recruiter, Borderless Scion of Draco, Borderless Squirrel. We have the Monkey. We have Sivulin. We got, from the bundle, we had another Imperial Recruiter. Caldra Complete, I know initially was pre-selling at $35. I think that has since adjusted. Our TCG player guy, Billy, is actually very excited about Caldra Complete. One of the cards he's most excited about, aside from Rashadan Dockhand. I was talking about that one earlier. His most favorite card is Rashadan Port. So he likes that's Rashadan Port on a card. But his favorite deck to play is Stoneforge Mystic. So he's very excited about the new Living Weapon, of course. So every time I see that card, I think of him. Be like, that'd be a good pull for Mr. TCG Billy. Which I still have a ton of pre-orders to pack up later today. Nevinyrral's Disc and Usury. I gotten orders down from like 70 to like high 40s, and now it's almost at 60 again. I'm like, no. Yes, but no. And I still have to finish all the Game of Thrones today. Hustling. You know what that means, though? Big paycheck. And then guess what? I get to do it all again next week with Mandalorian. And what else is coming out next week? Ah, yes, X-Men Marvel Metal. Woo, big week next week, too. Nettlecyst. And then, what else comes out next week? Sports. We don't get allocated much on sports. It's fine. But yeah, next week's a big week with all this Star Wars Mandalorian Season 2 stuff. To my knowledge, the checklist still hasn't dropped, so some people are speculating it gets delayed again. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know if they're purposely hiding the checklist. Topps has been having some issues recently with just stuff in general, so I think they might just be behind. We have a regular squirrel. Nice. Vermin Gorger. This dude wants to eat the squirrel. Unfortunate. Alright, I can no longer coolly display all of our mythics. There's not enough space. And this is just box number 1 here for Audrey. Well, draft booster box number 1. I don't know that Topps is hiding it on purpose. Could just be like the Solo movie set that they're like, oops, the checklist was supposed to come out 2 weeks ago. Product was out for like a week before the checklist came out, so I don't know. I'm curious to see what it looks like, though. Very curious. I think we're opening 2 cases for the shop, and then we have 3 personal cases. So we'll be another 5-case live stream next Wednesday. So not sure when I'm going to open up that X-Men Metal. Not sure if I'm going to do it in the stream or pre-record something. Rakdos Headliner. Resurgent Belief. Kitchen Imp. Foil. Could just come in extra. Well, no, because I was like, I could just come in extra early like I did today and film stuff. It's like, yeah, but I won't actually have the product. That's the thing that's unfortunate. Mystic Redaction. Void Mirror. One thing I like about getting boxes, I know first half of this video I was like quiet. I was just narrating the cards. Now I'm like, I got something to talk about. Let's go in. All in on talking about Star Wars in a Magic video. Yellow. But I hope you don't mind, Audrey. But that's the thing I really like about getting product from GTS now as well. GTS, the warehouse we're associated with, is in Jacksonville. So when they ship it 2 days early, like, you know, when it ships from Southern and then it shows up on release day, it actually shows up the day before. It gets here 1 day. So then actually, I can actually get started early in the morning. The product is ready to go. Whereas for anything that comes from any other distributor, I have to wait, and sometimes UPS doesn't show up till 4 p.m. It's nice being able to, because the Modern Horizons actually came on Tuesday, which is a little bit weird. It's like, okay. So I got here at 6 o'clock in the morning. I was going to come in last night, but like I said, it was monsooning. I was like, I don't want to record. I'll just do some mail and I'll go home. And then for some reason, I stayed up till 1:30 in the morning, and I got up at 5 o'clock. So got breakfast at Einstein's. It's cool. I got to the Einstein Bagels at like 5:35. They open at 5:30. And I was like, there's some bagels I've literally never seen, because I normally go there like between 9 and 10 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes between 11 and 12. And I was like, there's some of these bagels I've never seen because they just don't last that long. And I was like, my mom would like a lot of these. It's like all the fancy ones. There's like ones with like jalapenos in it. And I was like, what? And I was like, no, give me the plain. But not plain. I want whole wheat. I want the healthy plain bagel. So... But that was cool. I saw bagels I've never seen before. I don't know why I'm like, whoa. But it was a cool experience. I go there so much, the people know me. And the one lady's like, Alex, you're here early. And I'm like, whatever. I go, whatever. My full name's Alexandra, so like whatever gets cut into that I can understand it's me, it's fine. Of course, I prefer Allie, but like I don't care. I really don't care, whatever. You know, Allie gets spelled so many different ways anyways. I'm just immune to it. She's like, you're here early. I'm like, yeah, I got so much to do at work. I just figured I'd get up at the crack of dawn and go in. She's like, huh. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you do this every day, huh? Chainer, Nightmare Adept, and Chitter Spitter. Is he a rapper? Is that squirrel rap? Is that what he's spitting? That squirrel spit. Search the premises. Definitely going to be moving our stack of commons and uncommon. Well, maybe not. I'll get rid of the uncommons. Hey, look, our second Dragon's Rage channeler. That's nice. We'll definitely be moving at least the commons behind me before we get on into draft booster number 2. This is getting high. That's a tall pile right there. I think we only have 7 packs left, including this one, so should be fine. Ignoble Hierarch, Showcase, Rare. It's a nice pull. I like how the intention for the card, because the sketch variants sometimes give like what the instructions were for the artwork. It says, do a mirror image of the Noble Hierarch, but only this time with a goblin. I like it. It's like, do that, but make it a goblin. 10 out of 10. I like it. I like it. I just find it very interesting to see what the thought process behind each card is. Because of course you know that they have to be given a certain direction, you know, for what it wants to look like. So that way it matches up with whether there's the flavor text or like with the actual what the card does. You know, mechanically it looks like it makes sense. So I like it. I like it. I like this one, Lazotep Chancellor. The mood. We will conquer you. I see that. It's just T-posing. The Lazotep Chancellor is just T-posing. Obviously, he's going to conquer us. It makes sense. It just... Josu Hernaiz is a genius. The conquering T-pose. Nailed it. Oh, we have a showcase late to dinner. Mood, a friendship that can outlast death. I don't know if I feel it. Also, it might be because I can't quite tell. Looks like an elephant and a rhinoceros just chilling. Not sure what that has to do with being late to dinner, but if they're friends, more power to them. Faithless Salvaging. Arcbound Shikari. There's a lot going on in this pack. Riptide Laboratory. Priest of Fellerite, showcase rare. We do have a common foil. Alright, lots of showcase cards to get through there. We are in the last final stretch of box number 1 of our draft boosters. Gargadon, B-Boy. I love B-Boy. Blossoming Calm. Braid's Cabal Minion. The Glimmer Wasp. Mystic Redaction. And we do have a little bit of a damaged elemental token. Definitely better the token than anything else in the pack, to be fair. Would prefer everything to be pristine gem mint 10, but that's just not going to happen. Galvanic Relay. Gaia's Will. Damn, Daniel. Master of Death, foil rare. That's our first regular foil rare. Haven't had any foil mythics either. We've had lots of other mythics, so definitely not lacking. Just an observation. Last pack here of Draft Booster number 1. Saw B-Boy in there. Curse Totem, Moderation, and Flourishing Strike. That does it for our first draft booster here for Audrey. I'm going to be moving on into draft booster number 2 as soon as I tidy up our piles here. I'm actually going to move the uncommons as well, just because they do take up space. All right. Let's go ahead. I'll take the shrink wrap off now and pop that top just so it's easier. Okay, so we do have a nice hefty pile of mythics so far. 1 foil rare, showcase foil rare, 2 showcase rares, including an ignoble hierarch, which is nice. We packed 1 last box. We actually didn't find any fetches in box number 1, so that's weird. That was weird. But we did pack 1 in Urza Saga, and we did have a nice assortment of mythics, so that's good. Found a Ragavan. Found 3 Borderless mythics. So definitely found stuff in place of the fetch lands. Just weird that we didn't find any. We're finding fetch lands out the wazoo in collector boosters, though. Of course, there are more different variants you can find. You have the etched, you have the regular retro frame, and you have the extended art, so it makes sense. Whereas here, you're just looking for regular and retro frames. B-Boy. I almost want to start a B-Boy count, but Soul Talisman. Whoever goes back through the video, up through now, and then from now forward, and gives me a B-Boy count, I will pin your comment. I won't even check to see if it's correct, but I will appreciate an attempt at a B-Boy count. Ornithopter of Paradise. Territorial Kavu. Arcus Acolyte. Showcase. Esper Sentinel. I haven't seen one of those in quite some time. Last one we actually saw an Esper Sentinel was in our collector booster. That's 5 videos ago. It's been a while. Welcome back, Esper Sentinel. Welcome back. Nested Shambler. Phantasmal Dreadmaw. Chitter Spitter. General Ferris Rokirik. Underworld Cookbook. Oh, you have Cursed Totem and Sarah's Emissary. Have not seen many of that mythic at all on the channel or otherwise. Suspend. Phantasmal Dreadmaw. Priest of Fell Rites and Smell Fear foil. Vindicate and Marsh Flats. Do have our first fetch here for Audrey. All right, 1 down, 4 to go. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. I believe. This will be the fetch box. The other one was the borderless box. This will be the fetch box. Please and thank you. All right, next pack. Let's see what other lands we find. Also, haven't found a Yavimaya in a while here today. Did find one in our bundle earlier. The preview bundle. Mystic Redaction, Squirrel Bob, and Zabaz, the Glimmer Wasp, who should probably be the true B-Boy, but Glimmer Baron is B-Boy. Chatterstorm, Turok Dreadcantor. Pulled 1 borderless in the case of collector boosters, and that's it. The set is very large. Very, very large. So many mythics. So many rares. There's a lot to keep up with. 303 cards in the set. Very, like I said, very large. Unmarked Grave and Foil Nested Shambler. Blacksmith Skill. Jade Avenger. Brainstone. Soul Snare. An Ignoble Hierarch. Our first regular here, I think, for Audrey. Unless we found one in the bundle. We did not. That was in our other bundle. Everything's starting to blend together. No. No. Abundant Harvest. Chef's Kiss. Monoscallion. Foil. Looks like we may have Borderless coming up. Aethersworn Sphinx. Squirrel Sanctuary. We have Thrasta Tempest Roar, our 4th Borderless mythic. It's another mythic I tend to forget about. Big Dino. I like that they specify trample over planeswalkers. Step Through. Douthy Voidwalker, nice. Dusk Shell Crawler, foil. Chainer, Nightmare Adept, Glimpse of Tomorrow. Bone Shards. All right, been a little while. All right. Asmora Nomardic Kaidai Stinak Kuladar. No, I keep messing up the last part now. It's Kuldakar. All right, one more time. Run it back, run it back. Asmora Nomar de Kai Dai Stina Kul Dakar. Putting in the rare pile. Next. Moving on. Next. Goblin Bombardment and Sanctifier on Vec. Sudden Edict Showcase. Enchantress's Presence and Sylvan Anthem. Step Through. Sign of Draco, Mythic. Mind Collapse foil. B-Boy Retro Frame. Goblin and Narcomancer. Fractured Sanity, Showcase Rare. Garth One Eye. Mr. Black Lotus. Looks like we have a showcase foil coming up. Mind Collapse. Blossoming Calm. Out of Time and World Weary, showcase foil. Galvanic Relay. Blazing Rootwalla, Nevinyrral's Disc, and Nettle Cyst. Our third Dragon's Rage Channeler. Fire and Ice, and Rise and Shine. Foundry Helix Foil. Burb Token. Token creature Burb. 1/1 Burb. Burb. Blacksmith Skill. Violent Tumor. And Solitude, next mythic. Said this would be the fetch box, although we've only seen that one Marsh Flats. Come on. Come on, booster box number 2. I believe. Give us some more. Give Audrey some more. Terminal Agony. Faithless Salvaging. Prophetic Titan. Shout out to me. Willing it into existence. Along with that guy as well. We have a Scalding Tarn. Nice, nice. So Marsh Flats and Scalding Tarn. We got more Borderless stuff coming up, though. This is actually just, we're just in Borderless City, it seems. We have Endurance. Lots of green Borderless cards today. Braids, Cabal Minion, and Thought Monitor. Bone Shards. Mirari's Wake and Profane Tutor. World Weary. You know what we haven't seen in a while today? We haven't seen a Cabal Coffers in a while. Hint, hint, box. Hint. Search the Premises. Your Misty. We haven't seen a Misty in a while. Hint. Dress down. All right, 3 packs left here for Audrey. Our large opening is coming almost to a close. Of course, we'll still have our recap afterwards. Floodhound. It's like a bloodhound, but filled with water, is what the flavor text says. Upheaval, Inevitable Betrayal, and Torok's Canticle. I don't know what a canticle is. Sounds a little weird, if I do say so myself. All right, last 2 packs. Can we get a Misty and a Cabal Coffers in these last 2 packs? Aeromoeba. Timeless Dragon. Yavimaya Elder. Still is possible. We have seen packs with 1 rare, 1 mythic. Could do it here. This could be the Pack of Truth, Pack of Destiny. Could be a Dual Destiny. Could be. All right, last pack here for Audrey. Let's wrap this up. Late to Dinner. Terminal Agony. B-Boy. The Cute Lizard. Shardless Agents. So we are getting another rare mythic behind. It is an Old Border Necrogoyf. That's our only Old Border rare that we found here out of these 2 draft boosters and the bundle. But let me go ahead and straighten up these piles. We'll actually probably just set them behind me so that way I don't somehow forget half of Audrey's quote-unquote base cards. That way they're all together. That stack looked a little bit high, so. Then of course we'll tidy everything on up and get on into our recap. Did end up with a ton of mythics out of these 2 boxes. Only 2 fetches out of 2 draft boosters, and of course that 1 bundle. But like I said, we did find a ton of mythics, in a total of 5 borderless mythics in the draft boosters. A little light on our foil rares. Did find 1 foil rare per box, then one showcase foil, 1 retro foil. I believe the General Ferris Rokirik came from the bundle. Of course, could rewind and find out, but I think so. All right, so let's take a look at these foils. We had Nested Shambler and World Weary, showcase retro style. We did have 2 foil rares, Master of Death and Gaia's Will. And in terms of other fancy rares, did have Sketch Variant, Ignoble Hierarch, Priest of Fell Rites, and Fractured Sanity. In that last pack, Old Border Necrogoyf. And he also had that 1 foil sketch rare, General Ferris Rokirik. Then we do have quite the stack here of mythics. But first off, let's take a look at our borderless mythics. Did have Imperial Recruiter, Scion of Draco, Chatterfang, Squirrel General, Thrasta, Tempest's Roar, and Endurance. 5 out of 2 draft boosters. I think that's pretty impressive. Then for our mythics in total, we had Mirari's Wake, Solitude, Garth, Scion, Torok, Sarah's Emissary, a second Garth, Chatterfang, Ragavan, the second Mirari's Wake, Cauldron Complete, Sivulin of Sea and Sky, Imperial Recruiter, and Archon of Cruelty. These 3 coming from the bundle. So how many did we find out of the 2 draft boosters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 11. Nice. 1 box had 5, 1 box had 6, if I had to guess. And then, of course, we actually had 16. All right, 11, and then the 5 borderless. That's a lot. That's a lot of mythics out of 2 draft boosters. Very impressive there. Like I said, we only found the 2 fetches. Did find those. Scalding Tarn. And then Marsh Flats. I'll go ahead and put them on top. There's the Tarn. Tarn was more recent. Marsh Flats is there as well. And then we'll go ahead and pan through all of these rares. Set those there, actually. We also pack 1 to Urza Saga. Where is it? Pack 1, box 1. All right, so I'll set those there. Now we'll go through our rares. There's also, I think, a couple of Douthie Voidwalkers, at least 1 Esper Sentinel, at least 1 of the Asmore card. Was an Ennoble Hierarch in here. There's our Esper Sentinel. Damn. Chitter Spitter, the rapper squirrel. Yo, I'm a squirrel. I do squirrel things. Don't mess with me or I'll chew up your magic cards. That was horrendous. I had no idea where I was going with it, so just pull the plug. Pull the plug early and make it sound like a joke. Nailed it. But that does it here for these 2 draft boosters and 1 bundle for Audrey. Thank you so much, Audrey, for letting me open these on up for you. I really hope you enjoyed the video. And of course, love all these new additions to your collection. Would have loved to find more lands for you, but I really love the amount of mythics we found. So I hope I was able to get you some that you're looking for and a lot that you wanted for your collection. But all of you out there watching, whether your name is Audrey or not, I do hope you enjoyed the video. So if you did, don't forget to go on ahead and hit that like button. If you have any comments, questions, anything for me, go ahead and leave that down below. Like I said, a valiant attempt at a b-boy count will get pinned. And anything else for me, always leave that down below in the comment section. If you're not yet part of the Titan Cards family, we'd love to have you join us as well. Make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And of course, before I get out of here and into our final video of the afternoon, I do have to give a big shout out to all of our channel members. Thank you so much to all of you guys for your above and beyond support. Bossman and I truly do appreciate it. Do have 8 Black Label fans, Andon, Bounty Hunter Breaks, Epicenter Gaming, Fails Tales, Kira Sultari, Sean F, Stephen Olivo, and Stephen Bly. We also do have 12 Gem Mint fans, Alberto M, Chicago Infinity, Chris Rivers, Devon, Dusty Archuleta, Jarrett Geek, Jake Rhino C, Joe Howe, Michael C, Michael Bigelow, Scorecard Collectibles, and Sinvicta. Thank you so much, though, to all of our channel members. And all members, of course, do have their names shown on screen at the end of every video. But that does it for me this afternoon on Draft Boosters. One last video, one last personal break coming to the channel up next. And that is another bundle for Brian, and then that'll do it for the afternoon. We'll, of course, have more Modern Horizons 2 openings tomorrow night live during our live stream. Do have several bundles, several collector boosters, and at least 1 set booster as well. So all kinds of products we'll be checking out again tomorrow night. But that does it for this one here. Again, big thanks to Audrey for letting me open this all on up for her. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Hope you're all staying safe. Take care, and I hope to catch you in our next final one of the day. Bye!